Hello, welcome back to Gaming-ish. I'm Lightning here with Ashley.
Yep. Oh, I have chocolate on my nail. Oops.
She sounds so enthusiastic to talk about one of the games that she likes.
I just woke up.
Yeah, I know. You took a fat nap while I was removing my acrylics.
I took a 45-minute slumber on your couch.
My couch is cozy.
Not in the position I was laying.
No, you were... I don't know why you were laying that way. You had literally... My couch is just a big U. You
Well,
had...
Because I was cold, so I was trying to keep my body heat together. Plus, I needed a stand for my phone because I was watching Kendall Ray.
There's also a whole ottoman full of blankets.
Because, Bailey, I miss you. Come back. I have to fill my hole from you with Kendall Ray. But anyway.
Does she do the same thing as Bailey does?
Yeah, Bailey does true crime. They both do true crime videos.
Ah, gotcha.
But-
So today...
Never mind.
What were you
I
going
was
to
gonna
say?
say candles are like an hour each and over. Bailey's are about 50.
Yeah,
50
Bailey
minutes.
keeps it... She tries to keep it under an hour.
I wish they were all an hour, Bailey. I love you.
So today we're talking about probably one of the most
Confused.
complex and confusing game
Girl.
series ever fucking
The
created,
timeline gets so messed up with the
or the
like.
side games.
I don't want to say like the side games.
So today we are talking about Kingdom Hearts.
Are we talking about the first one?
We're
Or?
strictly talking about the first one. The only thing
Okay.
I'm going to mention is that if you want to play the series, I will recommend you play all of them because the side games, including the mobile game,
Ew.
all tie in to the story. Square and Disney have made this game as confusing as fucking possible, but for some reason, everybody fucking loves it.
I do. To be
It's
honest,
confusing!
To be honest, I think the first one is my favorite.
I like the second one better.
I like the second one a lot, but I think the first one's my favorite. The second one has better music, but the first one, I don't know, holds a special place in my heart. Because number one, Peter Pan's in it. I love Peter Pan.
Peter Pan's always in it. He's a summon.
But like the world, Neverland.
Oh.
You know? Plus, they made it. I was going to start talking about the second game, but anyway. I think the first and the second one are close, but I think the first one is more of my favorite.
That shit just got taken from me.
Gay is having technical difficulties. That's your new name. Your name is Gay.
Incorrect, but
Well, you are, so that's your
I
name.
mean, that's not my name.
That's not my name.
We just had a conversation.
I'm half
That is
asleep.
when I will get mad.
I'm
You're not
sorry.
calling me the right name. Is when you call me gay.
Sorry, I do it as a joke sometimes, but I'm like half asleep, so my bad.
When she says sometimes, she really means all the fucking
Not
time.
all the time.
Hey, gay, are we playing tonight?
That's only through text message. I don't actually like. In person, it's not all the time.
Mom, hey, what are you doing? Hey, me and gay are hanging out. Well, tell gay I said hi. Thanks, Mom. So today we're strictly talking about the first game. The
Yeah.
first game in Kingdom Hearts. Now, if you don't know what Kingdom Hearts is, it is basically a combination of Disney and Square Enix, aka Final Fantasy. You play as the protagonist Sora.
Yeah, there's Final Fantasy characters in it too.
Not
but
the third one, but we don't talk about
they're
that.
all little babies.
No,
No, they're not. They're not.
they're just Disney-fied.
They're Disney-fied, so they're small and look babyish.
So Sora basically.
Sora had a glow up in the second one. I'm sorry, he looks so good. in the
So if you
second
guys have
one.
watched Hannah Montana,
Yeah.
Lily, Emily Osment, her brother is the voice of Sora.
Sounds like a whole baby. In the first one,
I think he started voicing Sora in the second one.
good, because the second one,
Sora video game crush, just strictly because of his voice.
second one.
Second one,
not
correct.
The first one.
Correct.
Not the first one.
Correct. Now, like I've said, Kingdom Hearts is very confusing, and
Not.
it's terrifying, really. Kingdom Hearts is a series of action role-playing games developed and published by Square Enix. It is in a collaboration between Square Enix and the Walt Disney Company, and is under the direction of Tetsu Nomura. Tetsu Nomura has made every Final Fantasy game that makes you want to rip out your fucking hair.
Yeah.
10, 7, 8,
I
6,
love that.
13.
I love
He's made
that.
all of them. Basically all the ones. I don't think he had really a whole lot of involvement with 12.
Probably not.
But I think he came back for 13. But I don't believe Tetsu Nomura was on the team for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is different.
I liked 3.
Is different.
She built different.
She's built different.
Um,
But see, the first one has really good music, but I think the second one has some songs that are better. But one of the staples for in the first game is definitely gonna have to be like the Okari.
Mm-hmm.
We played that in band, but hey, guess what? I wasn't in Wind Symphony that year, and I was so angry because they were like, "Hey, give us suggestions for pieces." I'm like, "Okay."
If y'all
So-
were a real band, you would have played Lacrimosa.
Shut up.
By Mozart.
No one cares. Anyway, he's dead. Anyway,
And the other girl that did it, she's not real. So
No, Amy
Lacrimosa just is not existent.
Amy Lee is not real. Anyway,
Well, that's another discussion for a bonus episode.
So they were like, the directors were like, hey, give us suggestions for music. I'm like, okay. So first I was thinking like, okay, video game music, like whatever. So first I went to, my favorite game, 10. And
I mean, you guys could have did a
None of
combination with the choir and done the
we
Hymn of the
can't-
Faith.
No, it was just
You guys can't
simply-
collab?
I mean, I don't know if we can, but
That'd be cool.
that would be cool, but it's just like strictly like music right now. Like,
You guys probably could have done Xanarkin themed.
that's all
It just would have
piano.
sounded, but
Here's
it would
the
have sounded
thing.
different.
Here's the thing, like we couldn't do a Fleeting Dream because at that time we only had one oboe, and they were in Wind Symphony and I was in symphony band, so I had to think of music that would fit our band.
Okay, so do you have flutes and stuff in your band?
Yes, we
You
had
could have just
flutes.
replaced the piano for the flute.
Ma'am, calm down.
I'm just saying.
So I was like, okay, 10. Most of the music's not gonna work. Like first I was thinking like Seymour Omnis music. I'm like, no.
Y'all don't have the technology.
No, we do not have the technology for that.
I mean, well, there's a kid in the back with an iPad just hitting buttons, and he's like, "This is it. This is what you
Exactly.
came
but
for."
Then I thought of Kingdom Hearts music, and I'm like, okay, here we go. Here's some jammies. So first I was thinking the
High
music.
school band trying to play orchestral.
Hey,
I mean, it worked.
anyway, so at first I was thinking the music from the tower, the Magician's Tower,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was like, nah. And then I went to I was going back and forth between the first and second game, and I was like, okay, maybe the Pirates of the Caribbean, like the nice dark. No, not that. The music from the game.
Oh, it's the same music.
No, it's not.
Bad.
From the island.
Oh. I thought you meant the pirates, when you're on the island fighting. The battle theme for that
No, I'm
is the
talking
same
about
as pirates.
the island theme. Like the dark.
Yeah,
like, dun,
yeah.
dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I thought that would be cool for our brass, but what are the rest of us gonna do, right?
Stand there.
Nothing.
The kid in the iPad just hits button.
But then I was like, okay, what about Okari? And then I found music for it for a symphony band, and I was like, hey guys, look at what I
Hi.
found. And then they were like, okay, this could work. And then they found a video game piece that had Halo, the Okari, and then something else. I don't remember what it was, but
I remember, but I don't remember what it was either.
Right.
I know there was Kingdom Hearts and Halo. I think the third one was something with Warcraft.
no, it wasn't with Warcraft. It was about this game with, I don't even remember. I know that there was a C in it, but that's pretty much it. But
Well, that really narrows it down.
at first, they found a marching band piece, and I was like, we can do that in marching band, sure. But
Mm.
no, not for concert season. And then, bless you.
Thank you.
And then they found a piece for freshman band, and I was like, listen, if I get to play this piece, I will go play with freshman band. I do not care.
Dead ass.
And then they were like, okay. And then they ended up finding a piece for symphony band. But hey, guess what? They gave it to Wind Symphony. So Wind Symphony got to play it, and I was so angry.
Big smile.
I'm like, I was with a rage. I'm like, oh my god. And all my friends were like, guess what we get to play? Well, all my ex-friends were like, guess what we get to play? And I was like, so much fun. Thank you. I was so angry. I love the music from that game. I love the music from the second game. I'm just
Their music, I will say that Square can make some good ass music.
Yeah.
Even say what you want about games that you don't like. I'm not a particular fan of 12. I played it. It's okay. I like it.
I woke up on your couch at 5 in the morning, and then I said, did you beat it? And you're like, yeah, I just beat 12. It was
Yeah.
great.
It was a good game, but it's
Fran
not
and
my
her bunny
favorite.
ears.
Fran is Dami Mommy. I love Fran. 13's music, phenomenal. 10's music, phenomenal.
Amazing.
Even the side games like 10-2, 13-2, they
Yeah.
music
You can
all around is
definitely-
great.
You can definitely hear some similarities within the music though. Like I came over one day and you were playing 13 and I was like, doesn't this sound like similar to I don't
Mhm.
remember what it was, but
I
it
think
sounded
something with 10.
it's no that I'd made a connection between the music of from 10 and 13, but something I don't remember what it sounded like, but it sounded similar.
Where was I when you were here?
I don't know.
Was I in a big open plain?
Well, that was half of it, but I think you were in the weird tunnel thing.
Oh, yeah, I was in Mahara. That you said reminded you of Machina theme.
No. No, because I said that there were things that looked like Machina, but it wasn't the music from it.
I can't play the music or I'll get copywritten.
I didn't know. I don't remember what music it was.
The best song I've heard from Square, Kingdom Hearts, and Final Fantasy wise is Dust to Dust. That song, and it's from 13. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's a great song. Again, regardless of what everybody, because a lot of people don't like 13 or whatever. Any Final Fantasy game that's different and Kingdom Hearts game, all of their music is great. Like I'm not a fan of like Birth by Sleep or Recoded or all those side Kingdom Hearts games, but the music in them fantastic.
Like, I absolutely adore the soundtrack for 10. It's one of my favorite video game soundtracks out there, and I used to have it downloaded to my phone on
I do
YouTube,
like
but
that.
they kept removing it.
I do like that with the new pre-orders and stuff, you get a digital soundtrack with it. So like when I pre-ordered Stranger of Paradise, I got the digital soundtrack, and it's a bop so
I
far.
wish. I friggin' wish, man.
Are you coming over to play Stranger of Paradise?
What is that?
It is basically Final Fantasy 1, but made so Final Fantasy 1 was dealt with like a kingdom with knights and mages to where like you didn't have names. The names were warrior, black mage, white mage, stuff like that. It's a modern day version of the first Final Fantasy game.
Hmm.
It looks really fucking good. I pre-ordered it. It'll be here March 20th. And I'm very excited. However, back to Kingdom Hearts.
Well, can I say one more
Yes.
thing? So, I love the Squeenix musics.
Square Enix. I remember when they were Square Soft, and that was they turned Square Enix for 12. 12 was the first installment, I believe, that was Square Enix. Square
10
Soft,
10
no,
was Square Enix.
no, 10 was Square Soft. Original 10 was Square Soft.
Hold on. I'm doodling. By Square. Just Square.
Well, yeah, because
Just Square.
in 13, in 10 remaster, it says Square Enix. In the original 10, it says Square Soft.
Why is Final Fantasy X a big deal?
But I'm pretty sure people have Googled that about 7 too. Like, why is 7 such a big deal?
It says that one of the... Okay, I'm getting off track. But anyway, Squeenix music. Squeenix also helped make the music for Kingdom Hearts. That's why this is connected.
All my blocked calls are coming through at once, and I have 42 notifications of my phone blocking 42 different phone calls.
That's terrifying. Anyway.
One of them being 000000000.
0.
Satan called me.
Anyway.
So, let me give a recap of Kingdom Hearts.
Can I finish what my
I
sentence
thought
was
you
gonna be?
were done!
No!
Then continue.
Thank you. I mean...
Welcome.
Anyway.
I just heard Navi go, baby.
That's your
That's
fault.
my toesies.
No, you're in my space.
Don't touch my tingers.
You're so much just happened within the past 15 seconds. But anyway, Squeenix music. The To Xanarkin from 10, the piano, is one of my all-time favorite pieces of music ever. I am absolutely obsessed with it, and it's the theme on my PlayStation. It still is.
Mhm.
And when I was dating, the ex,
That one.
that one.
If you're
He-
listening, fuck you.
He's not. Anyway, when he used to come over, he fell in love with the piece too. Knew nothing about the game. All he knew was that it was my favorite game like ever made, but all he heard was this piece of music, and he absolutely loved it. He ended up falling asleep listening to it because it was so relaxing. But then
Odd.
my current boyfriend came over, and the first time he heard it, he goes, "Oh my god, what is that?" I'm like, "It's the theme on my PlayStation." He's like, "Well, what's it from?" I'm like, "It's from Final Fantasy X. It's my favorite game ever made in the entire planet."
Mhm.
And then he actually plays piano, so he learned how to play it.
Oh, lucky fuck. I
He
want to
learned-
learn how to play piano so bad.
He learned how to play it for me, and it was really funny because he was in a practice room with my ex, and he started playing it, and my ex goes, "How do you know that?" And he was like, oh.
Well, contrary to popular belief, Chantix, more than one person knows of this game's existence, okay?
But, oh my god, I can't believe, like, he absolutely fell in love with it, and he knows nothing about video games. His brother is more of the video game person than he is.
The new boyfriend, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The
little brother?
Yes.
Okay.
The little brother. The one that's in, like, 7th grade.
Mhm.
Plays Fortnite. 2K. But he's
Not
more of
2K.
into the video games than any of them. But my current boyfriend is, like, obsessed with this song. He absolutely loves it. Like, every time he comes over, he's like, can we listen to it for, like, 10 minutes? I'm like, let me turn on my
The
PlayStation.
3-minute song. We listened to it for 10 minutes.
Give me an excuse to turn on my PlayStation.
Yeah, I'll just see, like, Ashley's online and be like, but she's not doing nothing.
No.
Remind me after the podcast to play you Dust to Dust. It's like 2 minutes.
Okay.
I don't know who sings, because there's lyrics in it. Don't know who sings it, but beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh, I was doing something before I got sidetracked. So,
You can't play anything,
no, I know. I'm just...
because, YouTube and their copyright.
The Hollow Bastion theme and
Good as
from
fuck.
the first game.
Good as
oh my
fuck.
god, Kingdom
Good as
Hearts. We're back
fuck.
to Kingdom Hearts.
Good as fuck.
We're back to Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
The Hollow Bastion theme from the very first game was absolutely amazing. It was phenomenal.
I'm gonna be dead ass. I hated Hollow Bastion as a level, just because that's when the story started getting confusing.
I feel like the story started getting confusing in the second game. I feel like the first game was kind of straightforward. You could kind of follow along. But the second game, once they introduced you to Roxas and the Nobodies,
That's when shit
that's
kind
when
of
it
hit
gets
the fan.
confusing.
However, there were games made before Kingdom Hearts 2, so they were expecting you to have played those.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, before Kingdom Hearts 2, you were supposed to play the Nintendo DS game 358/2 Days.
Mm-hmm.
That was going to explain who Roxas and Xion and Naminé and Axel were,
Yeah.
and basically all of the organization.
Yeah.
Because you played as a member of the organization.
You want to know what's kind of weird that I'm noticing as a pattern?
Hmm.
Within every single, well, I don't know if this is true for every single Squeenix, Final Fantasy, Squeenix game, whatever. But what I'm noticing is, like, all 3 Kingdom Hearts games, the introduction and, like, the menu music is piano.
Mhm.
Final Fantasy X, piano. I'm
It's
pretty sure
because
13
Square-
has piano as well.
Like, 13 has a lot of piano.
But, like, Dearly Beloved for Kingdom Hearts, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
I think it's either Lightning or Sarah's theme. It is just piano.
Piano.
Yeah. Same, I think, with Yuna's. Yuna's is just piano as well.
I hate Yuna. Yeah.
Do you not like her theme?
I don't like her theme. It's what plays when you're after I think it's after the wedding in Bavel when when you're in all those people and you have to play as Yuna and you have to go find everybody and then
The Via Purifico.
that's what plays.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
You want to hear a fun story?
What?
Remember in Final Fantasy X, like you just said, that area they're in is the Via Purifico? In 10-2, you know that dungeon where you can fight Trema? The Kindergartens find this
are you
hole.
talking about like Trema in the second game?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's also the Via Purifico.
Oh, interesting. Well, it is the same world.
It's in Bavel too.
Well, yeah. Is she still banned? I'm just kidding.
If they tried to ban her, that's a whole nother topic.
But
Let me give a rundown of Kingdom Hearts. It revolves around a 14-year-old boy named Sora. The game details his adventure after his homeworld is destroyed by a sinister creature known as the Heartless and his attempts to restore the world and reunite with his friends.
basically,
But with Disney.
Literally Disney.
But with Disney.
So basically, like, yeah, you're on the home island. You're on the island, and you're going around. You're meeting
This
everybody.
is better. This is a better one. I don't know why I didn't fucking go off this. First of all, that one's Wikipedia.
Okay.
Kingdom Hearts is a role-playing video game series about a boy named Sora who is sent on a quest to save the 7 princesses of Heart after his world is destroyed by dark creatures called Heartless. An evil being named Ansem wants to use the princesses' hearts of pure light to open the door to darkness and gain access to the Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. So basically, like that's what I was gonna say about the first one you read. Heartless is not one creature. It's
It
a
is
bunch
a
of
race.
different.
It's like a
creatures.
race of creatures.
Yes,
A
and-
species.
And every single world gives Sora a Keyblade. So like that's because what you do is like you have a Keyblade. It doesn't the Keyblade you use to close the world doesn't necessarily have to be the Keyblade from that world because you get it after you lock the world.
Mm-hmm.
But in order to stop all the Heartless from coming to that world, you have to go through it
And lock the world
You have to
again.
go through the level, and at the end of the level is the keyhole which you have to lock. And then you do that for all the worlds. And then you fight Maleficent.
Fuck Maleficent.
And then
Maleficent and Pete.
love Pete.
Fat fuck.
But yeah, so I have the
It's a very light-hearted, fun game, but the
I
story is so complex.
I have the Pumpkinhead Keyblade from the first game. Because the second one from the one in the second game's ugly that you get in Halloween Town. Girl, you get a candy cane.
Yeah, I don't
It's
like it.
ugly. But the first one, Pumpkinhead, I love that one. It's so
I
good. I have it hanging on my wall. It's made out of metal. Thank you to my ex-friend that gave it to me for Christmas, but we ain't friends no more, so I don't like you.
we have the Kingdom Key, we have Riku's Key,
Well, yeah,
and
you got them from
Oblivion,
Spirit,
and we have
though.
Oblivion. Oh, and
You have-
we have Jack's Key.
You should, yeah, you have Pumpkinhead. It's
Yeah.
hanging up, but
Yeah.
you got,
I
yeah,
forgot that Riku's was right there.
you guys got them at Spirit, right? So they're all plastic.
I think I got all of them at Spirit.
At
yeah.
Spirit.
Yeah. Because I was gonna get them from Anime GT because that's where who sold the metal ones.
Shane got his off Amazon, the one that he got me.
Really?
Yeah.
I have been trying to find Lightning's Gunblade.
I want to get another Keyblade, one of my other favorite ones. I think it's like, I want to get Oblivion, but I want to get the actual Oblivion key. Not the silver one that they sell, because it's not silver, it's black.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get that one metal, and I want to cross them.
Like how we did out in the.
Yeah, but I don't know how well that's going to hold, because it's metal, so I have to
You
figure
get
out
long
a way.
enough nails, it'll be fine.
Well, yeah, but I also have it hanging above my bed.
I also wanted to say fuck you to Square Enix.
Square Enix?
Really quick, just a big fuck you. Because
What you
when
did to
Kingdom
Tidus
Hearts
and Wonka-
3, I'm gonna bring up
In
Kingdom Hearts
Kingdom-
3.
In Kingdom Hearts 1, girl, you did that so dirty.
I'm gonna bring up Kingdom Hearts 3 for like a minute and then I'll stop talking about it because a lot of people were pissed.
well,
Kingdom
yeah.
Hearts 3 teased that Cloud and Lightning were gonna be in the Coliseum. Do you know how badly everyone lost their fucking mind? Again, if you don't like 13, whatever. Everyone knows Lightning is just a female version of fucking Cloud.
Yeah.
And they were like
Minus the poofy.
and they were like, what if they like were a thing?
Isn't she gay?
No, Vanille and Fang are gay.
I thought Lightning was gay.
Nay. Lightning's just kind of like there. She's just.
Oh,
like-
yeah,
she's
she
just.
doesn't have feelings. I
She's
forgot.
just. She don't.
She don't
she
have
really don't.
feelings.
But we were all like, oh my
Yeah.
god, this gonna be lit as shit.
Light bulb.
They gonna fuck.
I have a light bulb.
And there was no goddamn Final Fantasy characters in Kingdom Hearts fucking 3.
I have a light bulb.
Aerith was in the DLC. That was it. What was your fucking light bulb?
Light bulb. So you know how they were like, what if they were a thing? So
Yeah.
So you know how in 13, where Lightning's sister Sarah is like engaged to Snow, who looks like Cloud.
Snow does not look like Cloud.
Yeah, he does. He just looks like Cloud with a beanie on. Thank you, Zero, for agreeing with me. He looks
I'm
like
sorry, you're dumb.
he looks like Cloud with a beanie on.
It's so cool that you're open about your mental illness.
He literally looks like Cloud with a beanie on.
Leave in the comments if you think that Cloud looks like fucking Snow.
With a beanie on. With a beanie.
He's not even
And
wearing a beanie. He's wearing a do-rag.
He's wearing a hat.
He's wearing a do-rag.
He's wearing a beanie. I'm sorry to God. He's
Look up a
literally
picture of
wearing-
Snow.
literally, look, I'm jujuling right now.
And then you see the back of him, and it's tied. If anything, it's a bandana.
Well, he looks like.
It's a bad bandana. Anyway, so Kingdom Hearts is not necessarily. Yeah, he got hot.
What game is this from?
13-2.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he got yummy looking.
Oh my god.
And then Sarah sees him, and she's just like, okay.
Ew, this one's ugly. He looks ugly in Lightning
That's
Returns.
Lightning Returns. That's when he's like
Ugly.
having a meltdown because Sarah died like 500 years ago, and he's still upset about it.
Well, that sucks. Yeah, he literally the resemblance between him and Cloud is insane. He literally just looks like Cloud with longer hair.
Nope.
He looks like Cloud with longer hair. I'm just saying. Point blank
Kingdom
period.
Hearts is not necessarily a hard game.
No, if you want to get all the secrets in it,
The only thing I'm missing for 100% is to beat it on Proud Mode.
which one?
1.
One.
Yeah. The only achievement I'm missing is to beat it. Well, that and collect all trophies, but beating it on hard mode, Proud Mode, is the only thing I'm missing, which
Yeah.
I've been meaning to do, but then 13 came out, and then 12 Remastered came out, and now Stranger of Paradise came out.
Yeah.
They keep giving us new games. I'm like, can I finish what I started?
See, this is why I like the first Kingdom Hearts better than the second one, because the second one has all the puzzle pieces,
Mm-hmm.
all
More
of the
collectible.
crowns,
Yep.
which are they make the crowns astronomically hard to get throughout
Yeah.
the game. So
They definitely upped the difficulty on number 2.
yes, they did. They
Considering
added
one of the trophies is to go through the entire game without getting hit.
or dying.
Or, no, I'm sorry, it's
It's
go
dying.
through without dying.
with
Or
Sephiroth.
without hitting a continue.
With Sephiroth
That's optional. You can skip
in
it.
there. But anyway, the first game is very simplistic and I like it. You have to figure out some puzzles to get the Trinities, but
I don't want to talk about them fucking Dalmatians. Fuck them
They're
damn
not
Dalmatians.
that hard to find.
When you're going for all of them,
Yeah, they're not that hard to find.
well, a lot of them Pongo. What makes me so mad? A lot of them Pongo and Petra already fucking have, but you have to do a quest in the fucking gummy ship
I hate the
to bring them pieces. Why they need pieces for a gummy ship, I have no idea.
I don't know,
And then they're like, "Hey, here's our puppies.
yeah, but
We had them all along. Tee hee ha ha."
But the first one definitely beats the second one because, in my opinion, with that because the puzzle pieces in the second one and the crowns, because there's a lot of backtracking you have to do, like you have to go back to every single world.
It's an RPG made by Square Enix. Of course, you
yes,
have to
but
backtrack.
there's not that many in the first game. Like, girl.
I like Kingdom Hearts
Momo.
2 just because you get to explore new areas. Again, there was a big Square Enix likes to leave us with large gaps between games.
The Tron world is cool.
I hated the Tron world.
I like the Tron world. I
hated the bike racing. That was so stupid.
Yeah.
I kept dying.
Cause you're bad. Just get better.
I'm actually the only thing I pride myself on really is that I'm good at Final Fantasy games. Any one.
Get better.
Any RPG I'm pretty fucking good at.
Yeah, when it comes to racing though.
Racing I'm not because I don't play racing games. That's why I was like, what am I doing when we're in Tron? I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. This ain't it.
It's
This ain't
easy
it.
to adapt though.
I mean, obviously I did it.
But
I just don't prefer it.
see the bosses in the first one, like the secret, not like I wouldn't say secret, but like the Phantom in
It's in 1.5.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going off 1.5 because I played 1.5. I didn't play the original, but
You never played the original? 1.5 is so much better. Because
yeah.
so same with like Final Fantasy X remaster, they just did the Japanese import to remaster. Same with 1.5, they did Japanese import to. So basically when Kingdom Hearts 1 was released in Japan, they already had Phantom, but we didn't.
Yeah.
So now that we have Phantom,
The Phantom,
he's hard.
Everyone was saying he's hard. He was like one of the easiest people for me to beat.
If you're not fully developed to fight him, you have to also learn his fight because his fight is unique where you only use magic against him.
Yeah, and you fly because you're in Neverland.
Yes, but he does kind
the
of
clock
like
tower.
a paradigm shift where he'll go from
Paradigm.
it's a 13 thing
Paradigm.
paradigm system to where he'll be like,
He'll switch between elements.
yeah, and then you like
That's not just
he's like,
13.
oh, I'm a fire thing. Okay, well now he has to use water,
Yeah,
Fire.
that's not just for 13.
thunder, bitch, and then Earth comes around. Sora's just like,
I don't know about you, but I never used the summons in any of the games.
no one did
No one used
because they were the
summons.
most useless thing.
Yeah. Well,
They
no,
were
well,
cute.
Well. I did use Tinkerbell when fighting Maleficent because she gave you health back.
So did Bambi.
Fuck Bambi.
I used Bambi when I fought the fucking gargoyle.
Gargoyle wasn't that hard.
Proud mode.
Mm.
Because me and Steve were smart. We did don't die and beat the game on beginner
Yeah.
in the same thing.
Yeah.
So that way I could die in proud mode and keep going. Because Steve's like, let's do proud mode and not die. I'm like, I can't. No, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
But I really like the first game. I love the first game so much.
The first game is really good. I hate Kyrie.
I hate Kyrie
I hate-
so much. Even in the second game. Like, girl.
This bitch just keeps getting caught.
Are you kidding me? In the first game, she floats away on an island.
And here's the thing.
In the middle of space.
Well,
Bye.
what irritates me is they deem
keep
her
floating.
as a princess of light.
She's not a princess.
How?
She's not a princess.
fucking princess.
She's not a princess. What is she the princess of? In
Destiny
sand?
Island.
Sand. No one cares.
Sand.
No
Hello?
one cares.
Simple and clean. Bob.
No. Oh, that is a bot. But
Bop.
no one cares about Kyrie. I hate her so much. And Sora's like, I'm in love with you. And I'm just like, girl.
Yeah, Riku and Sora are like, let's fuck. And I'm like, what?
She's so-
Also, can we talk about how Square literally was like, what's a cool name that we can reuse? Ah, Riku. But that's a female. We just remove a K. We just remove one of the K's and now it's a boy's name.
Riku irritated me.
I got whiplash from Riku. Being on like, I'm against Sora too. Oh, I'll fight with you too. I'm against Sora. I'm part of the organization.
Yeah.
Then in Kingdom Hearts 2, Riku just gets all sorts of fucking confusing.
Yeah, he does.
Because then he's Ansem, but he's not Ansem. And then Kingdom Hearts 3, he's back.
He's just
And
normal.
I'm like, he's just there.
He's
I'm
just
like, wait
there.
a minute. Wait, back up.
What?
What?
His character development is all over the place.
Riku's?
Yes.
Yeah. You know who I also can't stand and who are the most useless fucking things in that goddamn game?
Which one? The first one?
Yeah?
What?
Donald?
And Goofy.
And Goofy are the most useless things.
I always have Donald.
Your side party.
sucks.
The game would have been perfectly fine if you didn't introduce the duck and the cow.
He's a dog.
He's a cow.
He's not a cow. He's not a cow.
I'm gonna ruin your life.
He's not a cow. What is Goofy?
I'm gonna ruin your life.
He's a tall dog. He's a dog.
Where does it say that? Because
Dog.
I've looked it up before
Dog.
and it told me a
Dog.
cow.
Dog.
Where did I see that he was a cow?
There are cows in
Max
Mickey Mouse.
Goof.
What?
It's his son.
There are cows in Mickey Mouse.
We're gonna get canceled if you don't watch it.
I said Mickey Mouse. Oh my god. Dude, that slid down my leg. Like a slide.
I'm so sorry. I did not mean to just
Roxanne.
chuck it at you.
Yeah, you did.
Alright, I'm gonna send you the quiz.
Oh my god.
Let me know when you get it. And we'll do it really quick. Also, really quick ad for me. Follow me on my social medias because I'm slowly releasing the track list of my album since everything got like pushed back like a year. So my album was supposed to come out December of this year. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Considering it's what, we in March now?
Also, Hades, my favorite.
Batty.
I love him. He's my favorite. He's my favorite Disney villain ever. And people are like, but he's a god. He's a Greek god. Okay, he's still a Disney
He's
villain.
funny as shit. Leave
He's-
Hades alone.
He's still a Disney villain.
Hades is... He's a baddie. Did you get the quiz?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to do the quiz. Enjoy this ad for Jessie Lee Artworks. Hey, party people. If you're anything like me, you enjoy supporting small businesses. That's why I love Jessie Lee Artworks. JLA is all about painting, art, and drawing, and the twist is you can wear it. JLA isn't just paint on a canvas, it's wearable too, from t-shirts to hoodies. Check out www.jessieleeartworks.me, www.jesseleeartworks.me.
Hey, yo, I got 20 out of 20.
I got 14 out of 20.
What ones did you get wrong?
I got... Let me scroll all the way up. Okay.
Like I said, the first game is my favorite one.
I got... Who does Maleficent attempt to make an apprentice out of? I put
Riku.
Kairi, not Riku.
No, she just kidnaps her. From
Yeah,
her
she
heart.
just kind of like kills her. Who abducts Jasmine Who abducts Jasmine?
Riku.
I put the Heartless because
No,
I
it's Riku.
could not remember.
Because Maleficent's like, hey, go get
And
this.
I'm gonna say I got this one right, but it says I got it wrong, even though I know I selected that one.
What?
While caught inside Monstro, the party meets Riku once again. Only this time he has captured Pinocchio. What is his reason for kidnapping Pinocchio?
Because he lost his heart.
To
or-
save someone
yeah,
who lost their heart. I selected that. But it says I selected Maleficent requires an innocent being. I did not. Who is the ultimate boss in Atlantica? Oh my god, I just spelled her name wrong. It's Ursula.
Yeah. Did you put Ursala?
Yeah, Ursula. It's Ursula. This
Yeah.
is why multiple choice is important. And then I got Snow White versus Ariel for the princess in the game not to be included in Ansem's plot.
Yeah.
Because I saw Snow
it's
White, but no one
Ariel.
had heard of seen Snow White or played
No,
around with
becau-
Snow White.
Because I think it meant out of the princesses, the worlds you go to, and you go to Atlantica, but
Yeah,
she
but-
never gets taken because she's under the water.
Under the sea. And then,
I hate Atlantica.
so
Those
do-
stupid songs.
does Sora have to fight Ansem alone? And I put
No.
no.
Well, he does.
Yeah, I know, but I put no. But that's what I got wrong. This quiz was actually pretty good
I got
compared to our other quizzes that we've had.
the average score for this quiz is 14 out of 20. I got 20 out of 20.
Yeah, I got 14 out of 20.
This is why it's important to read the
Well-
question multiple times and then look over the answers and cross out the ones that don't make
Technically, I
sense.
got 16 out of 20 because the two bamboozled me with the
What?
spelling. And then the one where it was like, you didn't select that answer. I'd be like, but I did. Regrade me, bitch.
That's why you have to go back through your answers after you're done taking it.
Well, you know,
Every test taker knows this.
bitch, when's the last time I sat down to take a proper test?
Like 5 seconds ago.
Or like 6 years ago. Fuck, 6 years ago. Would you play Kingdom Hearts again?
Yeah.
Like the first one? Like all the way through?
Planned on it.
Do you plan on playing any of the other games?
The second and third one.
Like the side games? Or are you planning on just like watching YouTube videos about the lore to understand it? Because honestly, if you're not big into like playing all the games,
Maybe-
watching the YouTube lore is probably the best way to go.
Maybe because the 1.5s, the 0.5s come with it.
Not all of them actually. There's some that are missing from
Well,
1.5 and 2.5.
Still.
I have the complete collection,
Out of
so
the-
all of them are there, but I don't know how good they are.
Out of the ones I have, maybe. But
Oh, really quick, 1.5. You're the one. It has the 358/2 days. You don't play that game.
okay.
You click the game to play it, and then you just watch all the cutscenes from it. That's it.
That's weird.
Yeah, and I thought the same was going to happen for Recoded. No.
No.
And I hate the battle system in Refucking Coded.
Why?
Cards. It's a card game.
I remember watching you play that.
It's dumb. I've never played it since. And I probably will never fucking play that game.
No. But yeah, I planned on replaying the Kingdom Hearts game. I started to replay the first one, I think. But then
I haven't
got
played it since I gave them to you.
I got distracted with,
Boys,
Ba-
school,
band.
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 I mean, all the above are correct.
Dude, Mom and John were talking about how, like, me being tan, and Mom was like, well, you just get burnt and then you go back to pale. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
That's kind of how that works for whiteys.
And John was like, well, you never go outside. I'm like, I was outside all summer. All summer.
John can shove it.
But he was like, well, when you got home, all you did was go in your room. And because I was depressed during last marching season.
Well, and on top of that, I was just spent all day outside. Why the fuck would I want to be outside more?
No, last marching season was the absolute worst time of my life.
Yeah.
Awful. It was awful. But, like, video games got me through that. Like, I played a lot of 10.
Mm-hmm.
I replayed the Jak and Daxter series last year during marching season.
Ratchet and Clank's a good ass series. Too.
I-
Have you played that?
I played some of it. I didn't finish
It's
it.
good. It's a good series.
And
they don't have all those stupid fucking sites.
I replayed Until Dawn.
You're like, what else?
Oh my god. I played a lot of games that really helped me through it. But
I really, really want for you to actually sit down seriously and either let me explain 13's, like, not just the first one, but the whole shebang to you.
I remember I asked you like 6,000 questions.
Yeah, when I was playing, you were like, what's this mean? What's this mean?
What's this? And you
I'm like-
explain it, and I'm like, what's that?
Well, it would be easier if, like, you were playing it and I was sitting next to you. So instead of you having to read the data log, I could just tell you what happened.
Like how you used to with 10.
Yeah.
When
Like, I
was-
could just
when
tell you
I was
the lore.
a wee child.
Well, because 10, any NPC you have to read.
I was a wee child playing that game for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I used to come in your room like, hey.
I know you won't like 14.
Isn't that a computer game?
It's an MMO. So, like, Steve and I can play together.
Yeah.
We just spent $80 on that game.
Yeah, because you bought all the DLCs, not the actual base game.
Base game is $20. $15 a month to play. Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Mm-hmm.
What the
They
heck?
did it with 11, too. They like to get... Because it's all about getting...
Money.
No, not even that. Different people involved in the game series. So, like, an MMO, like World of Warcraft, people like that fight. You know the fighting style of 12?
Yeah.
That's kind of like what MMO fighting is.
Oh, really?
But a lot more confusing.
See,
It looks nice, but it doesn't feel like a Final Fantasy game. I
See-
play as a Viera.
Good for you.
It's a off-breed of Fran.
okay.
And I couldn't put my name as Lightning in it
Why?
because it's a character in Final Fantasy. I'm like, what if someone's name is like Fran? And they're trying to put their name in as Fran in Final Fantasy's like, no, that's our name. So my name in that is LYGHTNING. Lightning.
Cool. But I don't know. I said this before. Like, I would love if I could play the Final Fantasy games. Like, if I'm going on a trip or something, because they're my comfort games.
Mhm.
Well, my comfort games would have to be Overwatch, 10, and then the Kingdom Hearts games.
You know, almost all the Final Fantasy games are on mobile.
Well, I don't mean like on my phone, because the phone games suck.
What are you talking? Like Switch or
Like
something?
Switch. Like I want
Get like a Switch Lite if you don't want to spend the money. You get like the full Switch.
I want to get the full Switch. That's the thing. I want to get a full Switch, but I want, like, if I'm going on a trip, which Mom said we're going on a lot more trips this year because, she's like, you're done.
Can't wait to not get invited to that.
Well, we're going to the Sulaks in September, but it's mainly trips that, like, me and Mom, because we started going to the bridge a lot because the bridge is my absolute happy place, but she likes to go there for the boats.
She does more with you than she ever did with me. I'll tell you that.
I'm just gonna blow past that. So
You know it's right. You're the favorite.
anyway,
You know that.
So I like going to the bridge because it's a beautiful place and it's my happy place. Like I want to go there every single time. Like I have a mental breakdown or I'm like sad or whatever. But Mom likes going there for the boats, and she really started to get really into it. And like she even downloaded the Maritime app to see when the freighters are going to come through. She bought a book that explained what the different freighters were and what the different signals were, like the salutes with the horns.
Mm-hmm.
She got really into it, and she watches like the boat cams at Port Huron. She watches the Sulak cams. She watched videos explaining how the Sulaks work, because do you know what the Sulaks are?
No.
So it's like up in the UP by Lake Superior, and basically the water is at two different height levels.
Mm-hmm.
So when the boats come in from whatever level, and then there's like the walls come up on either side of the boat, and then what happens is they either drain the water out of where the boat is, like so the boat lowers to go into the other area,
Mm-hmm.
or if it comes from the opposite direction, they add water in it so the boat lifts so it can just leave.
Ah.
It's very interesting, but like we're going to the Sulaks in September because she's like, I really want to go there. So it's like trips like that. But I want to get.
Also, I just looked it up. No new titles for Final Fantasy have been released onto Switch. The last one that they did release on is 12. That's it.
They
No
did-
15, 13, nothing.
They did 10.
Yeah, I'm saying 12
Yeah.
is where they stopped.
Yeah,
Not 13, 14, 15, Stranger, 16.
What I'm saying is like I want to get a Switch, and it's like, especially like
Kingdom Hearts isn't on it either. That's shocking.
either like at like night or like in the car. I can't play it super long in the car because I get really bad motion sickness.
So do I.
But like I would love to just like be able to play 10 like whenever.
10's on Switch.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I would love to just do that, like on
Yeah.
trips and stuff. I wish they would put more games on Switch though, like the Kingdom Hearts games.
It's hard because it's all
tiny.
no, not even that. They are all. Final Fantasy started as a Nintendo exclusive, but Sony then purchased the rights.
The games are humongous.
It's not even
I
about
know,
the
I'm
size
just
of the
saying, the
games.
games
It's
are
about
humongous.
ownership. Who
Yeah.
owns what? So, like, I'm shocked that Crash and Spyro were allowed to be on Switch because Activision they were PlayStation mascots.
See, and like those are other games that I could get for the Switch and play on trips. Like I
Mhm.
love Spyro. We grew up playing Crash and Spyro. I remember coming into your room when you were gone, and I just played the Crash, the Time Warp one.
I'm about to
That
beat
was
you.
my favorite one. I loved the Time Warp one. I hated the girl and her polar bear. The polar bear was cute. I hated the girl.
Coco?
Yes.
Yeah, fuck Coco.
Fly off with your ponytail. Leave me alone. That's where Ariana Grande got it.
But ironically enough, Kingdom Hearts is on fucking Nintendo DS.
Right. If they could put that on Switch.
I'm sure they are, because you got to remember, Switch is still fairly new.
Yeah. I really want one though. Like I don't want a light. I want the.
Well, there's also a lot of shit going on with Activision, Sony,
you
Toys
mean,
for Bob, all that shit, Blizzard.
Microsoft bought Blizzard.
Yeah, I know. I was there.
Yeah. So
So two of our favorite fucking mascots are now not Sony exclusive, and that terrifies me because I'm not buying an Xbox to play Spyro. Sorry, I don't know if that's
No.
what your fucking plan was, Microsoft, but I'm not doing that.
I don't.
I fucking hate Xbox.
The Xbox controllers make me want to die.
Me too. Why is there an analog stick so far away from where my hands rest? You think I can bend that way? You gotta have some long ass thumbs.
Mm-mm.
I can't do all that shit.
Mm-mm.
Nay, nay.
We used to have an Xbox.
I still have an Xbox.
Well, our old Xbox is in my closet, buried.
The thing growled when you turned it on.
Because the fan was
Remember
broken.
the day that John took us to get that shit?
No,
It
I
was
came
like-
home and it was already there. Same with the Wii. We got it for Christmas.
Yeah.
The Wii. I don't know if we got the Xbox for Christmas, but I wasn't.
No,
I
there
wasn't
was-
there when we got it.
There was a snow day, and me, you, and John, you were there. You were just really young. Me.
Why
But
are
Kingdom
you?
Hearts is a great game. Achievement wise, everything's fairly easy.
For the first one, yeah.
Synthesizing,
I never synthesized anything in the first game.
I
Ever. Never. In the second game,
see. This is why this is nice because you don't do completionist shit.
I did start doing it for the first game.
Getting ultimate weapon for that game is the big. It gets easier to get the ultimate weapon later on in in two.
No, what?
I have ultimate weapon in 2.
Yeah, I have the ultimate weapon in 2 as well. But
And I have ultimate weapon in 3.
It's the biggest letdown in the second game because it's all magic. All it does is up your magic. And it's an ugly Keyblade.
The nobody Keyblade is better.
All it does is up your magic. Like, I went through all that to up something I don't even use.
The synthesized system in
serious?
Kingdom Hearts 1, I'm very happy they made alterations in it in Kingdom Hearts 2 because when I tell you the spawn rate of 0.1% of these magic fucking mushrooms drove me out of my goddamn mind. And
Yeah.
you need like 50 of the shit that they drop, but it's like a 0.1% chance that they spawn and the same percent chance that they drop it.
Yeah.
In Deep Jungle. I hated it.
So, like, yeah, you literally had to leave an area, go fight everyone. Did they drop it? No? Okay, leave it, come back, fight everyone again. So
See,
stupid.
I was smart. If I saw that they were there, I would save my game. And if they didn't drop it, I'd turn the game off and do it again.
Right.
And it's such the biggest pain in the ass. You don't have to synthesize to get through the game. But
No.
for completionists like
You have
myself,
to,
you
yeah.
have... That's how you get the ultimate weapon. You have to make it, basically. Same with... And they kind of did the same thing in 13, where you have to collect things from monsters to upgrade your weapons. And eventually you'll get the ultimate weapon, depending on what weapon you upgrade. But if you don't have the walkthrough guide, they're not going to tell you what weapon is the ultimate weapon.
I didn't have the walkthrough guide.
I'm saying for 13, with the synthesizing that they tried to
Oh.
do from Kingdom Hearts. If you don't have the walkthrough guide, you don't know what weapon is Ultima. Because each character... So in 13, each character has 5 weapons. 4 of those weapons will max out at Omega Weapon. So you can upgrade, like, Blaze Fire Saber, and it'll be Omega Weapon. And then you'll upgrade another one. It's an Omega Weapon, and you're like, where's Ultima Weapon? And you just got to do it until you finally fucking get it, and it's the biggest pain in the fucking dick. I hate it.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts.
See, this
Kingdom
is what
Hearts
I
was
liked.
harder, though. Kingdom Hearts was harder.
I didn't synthesize to get the final weapon in the first game. I was like,
You were like, fuck that shit.
eh.
I
And
don't
then,
hate it.
and then I was like, okay, I'll do it for the second game. The biggest
Ultimate-
letdown.
Ultimate
okay.
Weapon is very useful in the first game. They did let it down in 2. And I don't
all
remember.
it did was up your magic.
Ultimate Weapon in the third game, though. Chef's
I haven't
fucking
played the
kiss.
third one yet.
Chef's kiss.
But
It
dude,
works.
in the third game in Kingdom Hearts 3, when you're at the Monsters Inc. world, tell me Goofy doesn't look like Scooby Doo when he drinks all that potion stuff from the Scooby Doo movie,
You're right.
and he turns into that slug.
You're right.
like it's the same.
You're right. You're right.
He does. It
But
looks
Kingdom
the
Hearts
exact
is a really good game. If you like Disney, if you like Final Fantasy, it's definitely a really good game to try out. It's definitely aimed more towards children, but if you are a Final Fantasy fan, you
same. I
got
wouldn't say children. I would say like young, like 10 to maybe like up.
10 to like 15
Yeah.
is where those are children, Ashley.
Well, when you
It's not
say-
like this game is Grand Theft Auto.
when you say children, I think of like 7 years old. And a
In all
7-year-old
fairness,
a
I would love to be
7-year-old
7 again.
I wouldn't. No, thank you.
When I was 7, my life was fine.
When I was 7, I don't even remember it. So obviously it wasn't that interesting. Obviously,
That's when JP started. Oh, I'm sorry. See, look what I did.
Yeah.
That's when Lightning started snorting nice things. Made me feel pretty.
You were 13
hmm
when I was 7.
That lucky number of mine.
Scary.
13 lines.
No. Don't look at me like that. Dude, he's just staring into my soul. And like your wings are going different directions, so it's like ew, and one of your eyes is closing.
I like her commentary about what I'm doing.
You look like a chipmunk right now. Exactly. Card decline.
What would you give a rating for Kingdom Hearts out of 10 stars?
We're only talking about the first one, right?
Just the first. Kingdom Hearts 2 will be a second episode, a different episode.
I'd
Well, we'll
give
go more into detail about Kingdom Hearts 2.
I'd give it like a solid 7.8 out of 10.
I'd give it a 6.
Youch. Mine's almost an 8. But like
The only reason I would give it a 6
No, I'd give it a solid. Okay, I give it an 8.5. I give the second game
out of 10?
Yeah. I
Okay.
give the second game a 7.8.
I give it a 6 only because the completionist in me is like, for a completionist game, don't get me wrong, I like some difficulty. I don't want to rip my fucking hair out because I can't find a magic mushroom.
You have played so many harder completionist games.
I know. I've completed 10.
So have I.
Platinum.
Working on it. Right now,
Multiple times.
I have some of the hardest achievements done in 10.
Okay, like what? Have
Um,
you defeated Penance or Nemesis?
The lightning crap? Yes, I've defeated Penance and Nemesis.
What are you missing? Sphere Grid?
Yes.
Is that it? Or Monster Arena?
No, I'm done with the Monster Arena because that's how you get Penance and Nemesis.
Oh, that's right.
And then
You're right.
I know.
You're right.
Anyway,
Yeah, I know. Damn right.
the Sphere Grids take forever.
Is that all you're missing?
Yeah.
Have I told you? Oh,
Ew! Never yawn again.
Did that sound familiar?
No.
Did
Did
I tell you?
Just kidding. We're not gonna talk about.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it. Did I tell you the trick with the Sphere Grid?
What?
Empty nodes you have to fill. You can't just bypass them and be like, but the Sphere Grid's all complete. Those
Yeah.
nodes have to be filled with something
Yeah.
in order for it to count.
What I'm gonna do,
Which is a bitch if you don't know that right off the bat, and you have to go through your entire Sphere Grid and look for empty fucking nodes.
Yeah.
I'm having flashbacks to this shit. And defeat all Dark Aeons is a trophy as well,
Mhm.
which is
I think
a
I
cunt.
have. Because okay,
don't cheat.
here's another.
You know how to cheat doing that. I'm
The
not going to
Yojimbo
tell. No,
one?
don't tell people how to cheat.
The Yojimbo?
You don't tell people how to
So
cheat.
if you like, I'm just kidding. But
I know how
no,
to
I'm
cheat.
so
Don't
I'm
cheat.
so mad because when I didn't have my own PlayStation 3 and I just spit and I had to play 10 on John's PlayStation.
Ew.
I got Yojimbo to do Zamnato on everything without paying him.
You
That's
have him
how
trained.
That's how good our bond was. Meanwhile, on my own PlayStation 3, on my own save file, I give him like 1,000. He's like, throws tiny knives.
Did you perfect the Jack shot?
Yeah.
You probably still have the Blitzball shit to do
No.
for Waka's Overdrive.
No, I have all of Waka's. I have everyone's ultimate weapons.
I'm going to look at your trophies because now I'm curious as to what you have left. Just because I'm like, I want to know.
I don't know. Do I? I don't think I. Okay, no.
Well, we're going to find out what you have.
I don't have Nemesis and Penance done. I'm at that point. I'm fighting them now.
Nemesis, stupid. In my opinion, kind of a very weak.
They could have
final
made them look
boss.
so much cooler. They just
A Nemesis is just the Omega weapon from the Omega Ruins, just named different. That's it.
They could have made them look so much different.
Penance is kind of cool.
I'm
I like
fighting them
Penance.
right now.
Penance
That's what
is-
I'm doing.
Penance is a baddie.
I'm doing the Sphere Grid and I'm fighting Penance and Nemesis right now.
I gotta find it. 13-2. Yeah, literally, I've done harder games. I platinum Lightning Returns. That game fucking sucks.
Yeah.
As far as collections, because you're on a time
So
limit.
why did you give Kingdom Hearts a 6 then? Mhm.
Because it's overly stupid, difficult for synthesizing. That part's hard. Oh, I have to go to your profile, don't I?
Yeah.
Where are you, lamp lady?
Yep, that's me.
Lamp.
I hate how Dead by Daylight is split into 3 things. Yeah, I didn't view the Eternal Calm yet because I want to do that after I beat the game.
Yeah.
Even though that I've already watched it, like before. But I'm working on Penance and Nemesis right now. And then Yu Yevon is at the end of the game. So I'm working on the Sphere Grids.
You are 57% completed.
Yeah, because I need to view Eternal Calm, which I'm going to do at the end of the game. Yu Yevon, you beat at the end of the game. I'm working on Penance and Nemesis right now, as well as the Sphere Grids as
Defeat
well.
Nemesis, defeat Penance, complete the Sphere Grid,
Mhm.
defeat Yu Yevon,
That's
and
at the
view
end of the
Eternal
game.
Calm. You really don't have that much
Much
left
to do.
to do.
Exactly. But the trophies count as so much of a percentage each.
It's ridiculous.
So.
But
you know.
anyway, guys, that's it for Kingdom
I
Hearts.
love how we ventured off
It's-
into
because
more like
Kingdom-
Final Fantasy.
Well,
games.
here's the thing, because Final Fantasy is involved with Kingdom Hearts,
And
and it
Kingdom-
just sparks topics.
Kingdom Hearts is very much like a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah,
it's
it's an
just
RPG.
Disneyfied.
Yeah.
It's basically it's a Final Fantasy game but Disneyfied.
It is a good game. I do recommend playing it. He's coughing.
Your dog is choking.
Oh, he just coughed. It is a good game. I do recommend playing it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. Give us a 5-star review. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow all of us on our social medias.
We have a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I'm so
You
out
ask
of
that every single episode.
I'm out of the loop, man.
But thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.